Greetings, Star Warriors, and welcome to the Outer Rim. Today, we're going to be bringing you more clarity by exposing more Disney darkness in the media. So to jump right into this, we're going to be examining what Prince Harry, Prince William, and John Boyega all have in common, and what they don't have in common. Now, all three of these individuals are Brits, but we're not going to focus on that part of their commonalities today. And before I get started, really, I'm going to just preface this by assuring everyone that I do not care what Prince Harry and Prince William do with their personal lives. It doesn't matter to me. I don't follow them. Despite the fact that they look absolutely nothing alike, I don't know which one is which. But I do have in front of me an article entitled, Princes William and Harry Cut from Star Wars: The Last Jedi, because they were too tall. Okay. There was much buzz about Prince William and Prince Harry making their cameo debut in the latest Star Wars movie, The Last Jedi. But as soon as we were anticipating their on-screen scene, they were cut from the final edit. Did the palace not approve of the princes taking on a side job? Was their acting just not up to scratch? Was there an epic pay dispute between Harry and Chewie? Turns out they were cut from the end product for a very simple reason. They were too tall. Oh, really? Well, that's very interesting. Let's see how tall they say Stormtroopers have to be. You see, Stormtroopers have a very strict height limit, apparently, and the royals were towering over them, with William coming in at 6'2" and Harry at 6'1". So that put a spanner in their acting career. According to Daily Mail, a source said, Stormtroopers have to be exactly 5 feet 11 inches tall. At the time we shot it, I think the feeling was that the scene would make the final movie. So, Stormtroopers have to be 5 foot 11 inches tall. Now, I'm not a stickler for Stormtroopers having to be clones or Stormtroopers not being clones. I really don't care if they're clones or not. But, if we're going to start saying that they have to be a certain height, whether they're clones or not, that leaves a giant hole in the sequel trilogy. A giant, giant hole. I mean, the moment I saw the headline for this article, I knew there was going to be trouble. Once you start making statements like Stormtroopers have to be a certain height, and that these two princes can't be Stormtroopers because they're too tall, I start smelling blood in the water. I also find it very suspect, I should say, that they cited a source, an anonymous source, for this information. Where would this information come from? If not from Lucasfilm, if not from Disney. So, what I did was, I went to Google, and I did some research. I looked up everyone's favorite Stormtrooper. You know, the only one that we can identify by face for these sequel trilogy movies. John Boyega. And it turns out he's not 5 foot 11 inches tall. John Boyega is 5 foot 9 inches tall. He's too short to be a Stormtrooper. So basically we have a situation where I don't know if the reality is that John Boyega can't be a Stormtrooper means that all of a sudden the sequel trilogy is completely invalid and retconned. I don't know, but something is wrong here. Something's incredibly wrong. The way I see it is, this whole thing about the Stormtroopers having to be 5 foot 11 inches tall is BS. According to The Force Awakens, Finn's character was taken from his family as a child, maybe even a baby. I can't really remember which, but there was absolutely no way the First Order would know how tall Finn would be. And, as it turns out, he was too short. They don't choose Stormtroopers by their height. Total BS. No one believes it. Not the source, not Lucasfilm, not Kathleen Kennedy, not Rian Johnson. No one. So, why are they lying about Prince Harry, Prince William, and Stormtroopers? What reason could anyone think of? I mean, could it be that Prince Harry and Prince William are powerful and influential men, and they kind of fly in the face of everything that The Last Jedi was trying to tell everyone? that men are weak and they suck. They're cowards. You know, even if you believe The Last Jedi sucks, you might be sitting here thinking, man, I'm reaching with this belief that I have, that The Last Jedi is trying to tell me that men are weak and they suck. You might say I'm reaching and that there's no proof. Well, I'm not done with this article. It goes on to say, the publication reported the Royals filmed at Pinewood Studios in April 2016 for a scene inside a lift, basically an elevator, with one of them slapping Benicio del Toro's character DJ on the bum, as he, along with rebels Rey and Finn, infiltrated a secret base. I mean, this paragraph makes this article sound like complete and total bullshit. I don't know how DJ would be doing anything with Rey, for one thing. But let's put that aside for a second. One of these princes, dressed up as a stormtrooper, was going to slap Benicio del Toro on the ass. The dreaded First Order. They got a weak man-child as a leader. And here the subordinate stormtroopers, the faceless stormtroopers, are slapping Benicio del Toro on the ass. Could you imagine, on Cloud City in The Empire Strikes Back, a stormtrooper slapping Han Solo on the ass in front of Darth Vader? And so I think it's clear, and this sounds just like Rian Johnson's type of humor, but I think it's clear exactly what the messaging is and why this scene didn't happen. I mean, what's one way to avoid a ridiculous, unnecessary international incident? Cut the stupidest scene in the Star Wars franchise where the princes slap Benicio del Toro on the ass. The messaging is that Star Wars is a big fat joke. The fans are a big fat joke. And men in general are a big fat joke. Give us your money, you big fat idiots. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video across the galaxy. And as always, if you're watching, you are the new rebellion. 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 You are the new rebellion.